Can you tell us how you got involved in this project?
Yes, sure. I know I look different now. I feel the same when I look in the mirror every morning. Yeah, so it was very like the classic story of like an invitation for an audition. And I've done World War II movies before, and I was a little skeptical. But then I read the script, and I had a beautiful conversation with the director, Barbara Albert. She wanted to come, but she has to work, fortunately. And but hello from her as well. And when I talked to Barbara, I knew that she wanted to tell a different perspective that I've never seen before. It's the female, like, I don't know, like I've never seen a movie from this time that tells about the female body, what it has to go through. And that really touched me and interested me. And yeah, and then audition process, and then, yeah.
How did you even approach, I mean, you read the script and it's such a complicated character and you maintain her humanity through so many complicated situations. How as an actress did you even think, how am I going to climb this mountain?
Love, probably. I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's hard. The scenes are hard, but as an actress, it's also fun to do something like that. So I guess you just do step by step, and you prepare, and you find joy in finding the different states and her fight. I don't remember which director said that, but he said women always have to fight, and that is why it's so interesting to watch them in cinema. And that kind of reminds me of that movie.
So, and what was the collaboration like with you and the director?
It was wonderful. Barbara, if she would be here now, she would dance around the stage. She's like, I don't know, she's like a ball of energy. It's beautiful. Like, she's really precise, and at the same time, she has this craziness inside her. And she was really open. Like, when I felt like, can we change this in the script, or I feel a need to have an additional scene for that and that. Like, she really tried and took me seriously as well as a performer. When I, like, at some point, like, we kind of take over. Like, in the beginning, she's the specialist of Alice and Hélène, and at some point you embody it so much that you know them so well, and she trusted me then and listened.
And was it shot sequentially, or did you have to go into?
Not at all. Like, we shot all the heavy scenes that you just went through. I'm sorry, I'm just talking. It's so easy for me. You just had a crazy journey. We shot all the heavy scenes, and you know which scenes I'm talking about, in the first week. And when they showed me the sketcher, I was like, oh, what? No. But then it was, I mean, its preparation is key, I guess. And so we sometimes, like, I played her when she's like 36, and then I ran to makeup and costume, and I play the 16-year-old, which is craziness, but yeah.
How do you even stay focused? Like, how can you then go back to the innocent 16 pre-war?
I mean, costume and makeup helps a lot. Preparation is key. I said that already. I made myself in my green room a beautiful collage. So I had pictures and inspirations for every phase that she went through. And I don't know. I think when you're well prepared, you just jump in the cold water, and then it's like, you either swim in the baby swimming pool or you go in the ocean swimming.
And what's the reception been like for this movie in Germany?
So there is a fan base because it's based on a novel. I don't know if any one of you have read it. And then I feel like this movie is like kind of like two movies, right? Like, in the beginning, we just have this beautiful love story and the loss, and then suddenly, and that's what I really like about the movie, then, like, we can feel something is changing in the mood with the death of Karl, but also like we know that seemingly the Nazis got into power, but we never show like, now we're in 1933, you know, like, and we don't have that right now. Like, no one tells us like, okay, 2025, this is happening. Like, we just experience this with our bodies. And I think that's like a strength of the movie, that we just feel it with this one person, and we feel some things are changing. We feel that she, as a Jew, has to hide her identity and what it does to her soul, what high cost that has. And I totally don't understand, not answering your question right now. I'm just
no, but you make such an interesting point, because I think one of the magnificent things about your performance is that you embody the history at the same time as you embody the humanity of it, and it's like the parallel telling of the story through you as, you know, an artist.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know. I sometimes feel, and I don't want to sound too spiritual, but we do carry our like sisters in us, no? Like your father and your mother, their experiences somehow in your body, and so I feel like the art is not only joy and love, but also responsibility. And when I read the script, I felt like, oh, I want to take this responsibility to carry that story, of these stories of these women in this time.
And you've been in other World War II stories?
Yes, I played in the first German Anne Frank movie, Anne Frank, which was a pleasure. I did a series with American directors as well. Like I dived into this time, which I feel is a big privilege, because I can experience this time and learn from it, and not only intellectually, but with all my being.
So, and you also do, you know, romantic comedies?
Oh yeah, I also do comedies. And, like I did a lot of drama, and then at some point I told my agent, I think, like when people met me, they were like, "Oh, you're not so serious and dramatic as I thought. You're fun and you're young, and you know." And I was like, "Oh, maybe I should also play some lighter characters."
And so, do you prefer this kind of material, or do you prefer, you know, lighter material where you don't have to? I mean, just watching it again, it's like your heart's in your throat for every single scene watching you do this film. And so I can't imagine the impact it has on you actually doing it.
Yeah. I think if it's, I love cinema, and if it's a story that is not only telling a story, but finds some poesie. How do you say poesie? Poetic thing? Yeah, in English. Poetry. That is the word. Some poetry, and then it's worth it to go through this. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like, as an actress, I always, or like as all of you, like maybe you play here on your piano key, and you play there, and I'm just like curious to discover all of the keys so I can play with two hands. Like, yeah.
And do you also do theater?
Yes, I mean, I made a break because I was shooting too many movies, but I also play theater, and I would love to play more, because it's like a laboratory for an actress. And you have to be so brave, because you don't just go on set and show what you can do and what you prepared, but theater is such a like vulnerable place where you have to be in the rehearsals and do something, and it totally doesn't work, and you still stay there, and you stay, and you don't run out of the room. So, well, I mean, sometimes you do. But,
but this is so incredibly brave. Talking about, you know, bravery as an actress, also to leave your kid. Like, to know how is the audience not going to hate me? Like, how do I create such a complicated character that I don't lose the audience when I leave my child?
Yeah, that was really important to me. I'm going to come back to this bravery spot, but like this with the like leaving a child, I always felt like I want to make you somehow understand that, and even if it's not fully, but just one pinky of you that understands this woman and that it's actually a choice for her son because she knows she can't give him the love he deserves. So it might be better if he lives a different life. And also, it's so easy to judge a woman to leave her child, but how many men have left their children?
So, and do you have a whole narrative in your head what happened afterwards?
So the author of the book, her father was Peter, and
Oh, wow.
yes, and she tried to do some research and find out more about this grandmother, and she knew that after the war was done, that this woman lived with her sister, Martha, together in a very small apartment and became a doctor. But that is all that she discovered, and the rest she invented. So, like, it's not based on a true story. It's just, and there are so many kids that were left after Second World War, or were orphans, or like, so this is not only a single story. Yeah.
But so to make it, does it inform your performance to kind of have in your head what happens after? Or do you just leave it where the script ends?
How much do we carry our future in ourselves right now? This is a good question. I have no answer to that, but it's a beautiful question. And I just wanted to come back to this bravery thing, because I think, like, for me, it was like these intimacy scene, like intimate scenes that are shown here. Of course, as an actress, I had huge respect towards that, but it was such a beautiful experience to work with an intimacy coordinator, with a great invention, and with Barbara, and like how, like what, because I felt like this tells something. It's not, oh, we tell sex here, but it gives us another perspective. It's like another form of dialogue, and we can see the differences between love and this like forced togetherness, and that was a huge challenge for me, I guess. But I really liked what we found, and yeah.
So, and what are you working on now?
Right now, so I'm basically in press work. Do you say that? Publicity?
Oh.
Yeah, because my next film is showing in 2 weeks at the Berlinale in Berlin. It's made by Ido Fluck, a New York-based director, and I'm very looking forward to that. It's a film which is called Köln 75.
So, well, we can't wait to see this. Thank you for such a stunning performance.
Thank you so much for your beautiful questions.